So Kalia, there was a video that you shared. Talk about the video.
Yes, my mom is on. Hey, Ma. So last week, or I don't know, time is whatever. So I don't know when I saw it, but last Pinky Cole posted a video where she was saying that it was motivation for business owners because she was saying that your business idea doesn't suck. The economy is just bad right now. And a lot of us are questioning this dream that we have because maybe people aren't buying at the frequency that they used to, or, you aren't hitting the goals that you had. And now you're feeling like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And her reminder was yes, this is what you're supposed to be doing, and keep going. And this is like the storm that we have to get through. I know particularly I was so I just hit 5 years of full-time entrepreneurship this week. And before I even realized it had been 5 years, I was like, how am I doing this? Like, you wake up one day, you have $200 in your account or it's overdrafted. And then the next day you got 2,000. And then you're like, oh, okay. But the ups and downs of entrepreneurship will give you a heart attack if you let it.
If if you let it.
If you let it.
That's for sure. And I definitely go through that. We've experienced that. I think there was a meme that was like entrepreneurship or a video. She was like, you could basically say what you said, like have $2 in your account and the next month have 10,000. Like
Hmm.
that is just the way it works. If you're in entertainment industry, that's the way that works too. So here's where I struggle with Pinky Cole's message.
Okay.
I struggle with her message when she says, it's not what you're doing. The economy sucks right now. Yes, the economy does suck right now.
Hmm.
But then I start thinking about Zig Ziglar in his book, See You at the Top. And he talks about how even in down economies, somebody out there doing it.
Somebody.
And so when I think about like my girl, God ain't petty, but I am, who's killing it
Killing it.
now,
I'm killing
killing it
it.
right now.
Yes.
But she's leaned very into this political climate, right, with her
Hmm.
shirts. But so I told Kalia we're going to talk about the word grace today. She was like, "Who is Grace?" Uh, Grace is what I
Because
don't
I
give
don't know her.
myself. Right, exactly. We don't know Grace. Grace is something I do not give myself. So
Hmm.
I'm one who constantly is like, although the economy it sucks right now, I don't feel I still feel like I'm at fault. If
Hmm.
that makes sense.
What you're saying makes sense, but the action doesn't make sense because everything trickles down and we know that. So if Amazon is getting rid of thousands and thousands of jobs, and you know, why should I feel bad? Or not even why should I feel bad? It's not my fault if I have to let go of a VA. If Amazon, you know what I'm saying? Like, Amazon is getting rid of thousands of people. And I think it's because we're smaller businesses than Amazon. So we know the people that we're employing, and we know the people that we're paying. And then so it hurts because we're real people that you know that you have to pull back, or that even that this thing that you knew or is going to take off. It's like, why is it not taking off by now? Like,
Mm.
I should be further by now. Like, I've been putting in the work. I wake up at 5. Well, I don't. I'm talking about you. I wake up at 5 a.m. I'm doing all the things. What is the missing part? And that's where I think we have to give ourselves some grace, because we have to make these mistakes, like, so that we can learn when time comes. Like, now you can apply all those things that you learned in the downtime. Now that you up, because you're gonna be up. Because we up. We're gonna be up again. Like, whatever up means.
Yeah, Kalia's been here from I might as well say day one. She was a couple of months behind. Uh, but because we launched in May, she was on the team with me. It was us in September.
Mm-hmm.
So she's seen all of the different phases that I have gone through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she's seen all the losses. She's seen all the wins.
Mm-hmm.
She's seen my tears. Um, and yeah, it grace is something that I do not give myself. For
At
sure.
all. Like, can I go into what happened on Monday?
Yeah, you can.
So on Monday, so you were in April was in Atlanta. If y'all were watching the stories, April was in Atlanta. She had dinner with Martin Luther King's daughter. And then she called me. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And she was like, but this deal and that deal and we have this up in
Well,
the
this was
air. And,
more. Okay, let's back it up because it wasn't even. That was the last night.
oh, that hadn't happened yet. I can't remember where we was at and
It
stuff.
was. It was just the fact that I was there for Ted.
Oh yes. Yes. The okay. So one of my favorite things to say is always welcome to my TED Talk because I want to have one day. But April had one. Like she was there for in the room where, and if y'all know what TED Talks are, like it's when you are the top of your game and you're telling people this is where this is how or this is what, and then she was coming down from the high, not even an hour later. I don't even think it was an hour later. And she's like, okay, but this and that. And it's like, I'm like, why can't you let yourself live in this moment? Like just even today, like let's talk about the next thing tomorrow, but even just today, enjoy what you just did or where you was just at. And we always talk about having seats at the table, like you there, like so you're in the right you're going in the right direction.
So for me, what it was and is, and my Atlanta trip was a great trip and experience. But I was in some real deep imposter syndrome while I was
Mm,
real deep because although Ted invited me, Ted covered me to get there.
mm-hmm,
Ted paid for my hotel. Like I had my Ted bag. Like I was officially there working with Ted.
mm-hmm.
But I'm still like, but my business ain't where it needs to be. Like it should be here by now. We should be doing this by now. And then I know all the factors of why
Mm-hmm.
not, right? But then I'm always thinking like, but what else could I have been doing? Like y'all know my thing is the content piece. I found my content partner in February. It is freaking November and there is still not a finalized deal on the table.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God, what is going on? Like, this is a big piece of the puzzle that I need in order to push this brand. And it's not here.
Yeah.
But I'm here at TED and they invited me and I'm doing this thing. Like it's such a like hard place to be in when you're invited into some of the biggest rooms, but you still don't feel like your part of you is not where you want or need. For me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not even a want; it's a need to be.
But
So
this goes back to the gratitude journals. One day, a past April asked for this, where you are right now. So I think I think the problem is like I was just trying to explain this to I don't remember who it was, but like I think one of the problems that we have is like when think about it like with money. Like you get money and you've been asking for money all this time, but now you got money and then you have this scarcity mindset and you're like, oh, well, if I spend it, it's gonna be gone. And then when it's gone, because eventually you spend it, you're like, dang, I should have spent it on this so that I could have enjoyed it a little bit more. It's always the what if, but what if we didn't do that? What, not even just with money, what if like the things that we ask for, what if we just take a moment to ground ourselves? Like you were doing that, like ground ourselves and just say, think about like the old you that asked for this part. How proud of you she would be. Like I've been seeing these people post like at the Brandy and Monica concert, like this is who's at the Brandy and Monica concert. And it's like the younger them, like never thinking that they would have been in this position. And I think if we do that a little bit more, even though I'm talking to me as well, right? As I'm formulating these thoughts, I think we just need to do that. I think we need to be like, what version of me asked to be here? And then just be grateful for that part of it. Think about like the version of you where Christopher in the hospital asked for this.
It's so funny you said that because I get these early creative ideas and I
Hmm.
write that down. It came yesterday morning, but I was going to do like put my videos together of Christopher in the hospital and do like a voiceover to talk about like because I say right now that I'm in the darkest time of my life, like, but Christopher was in the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just what happened after that whole thing. And so the spirit laid on me that I need to reflect on the beginning
Hmm.
and how dark it was then. Um, yeah, and it's always darkest before the dawn. Just let everybody know.
Absolutely. So yeah, maybe the light is a little bit dim right now, but you've been through worse. You've been through worse. I know you have. And but that doesn't discount what you're going through now because every situation is different. But I don't think it's fair for you to beat up on yourself because of things that were out of your control. You know what I mean? Like if you fumbled the bag, then we could have a different conversation. If you wasn't doing all of the work, if you wasn't all gas no breaks, if you wasn't practicing what you preach, then we can have another conversation of, but what could you have done differently? But you did everything right, and it's the outside factors. That's what it is. It's the economy. Yes, it sucks, but you are still building. So that, okay, I'm about to go real dorky, okay? Because I literally just saw this video. Have you ever seen Iron Man?
When
Okay.
that's probably the only thing we'll ever agree on in the sci-fi.
Okay, good. Okay. So in Iron Man, so the video I just saw, in Iron Man, when in the very first one, when Tony Stark got kidnapped and he made the very first suit and he was like, all right, just gonna get me out of this jam. He made the very first version of his business, right? Then he made another version and he just tested it and he went into space and it got all frozen over and he almost lost everything because he was not prepared for that task, right? And then you forget that that even happened in the movie. Then at the end, when the villain created the same suit that he had, but he didn't know that test that Tony Stark went through, and Tony Stark seemed like he was running from the villain, but he took him to space, and his suit iced over. So he made a mistake in the beginning they ended up saving him in the end. So even though he wasn't prepared at that moment, he didn't know that his suit was going to ice over. When the time came, he was ready for the test. Iron Man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about stuff like that, like, when the time comes right now, we don't know what this test is, or we don't know how what we're learning is going to save us in the future. So we just have to take it all in right now.
Yeah, and it's a part of taking it all in and surrendering that
Yes.
always a struggle.
Hmm.
It's necessary to actually have faith activate.
Yeah.
Like, gotta have it. She said, clock that, clock. Um, because so what was happening the whole time when I was in Atlanta, the questioning of myself, like things aren't home front is not AU front is not where I want it to be. April Showers is here, right? So I'm here. First thing I'm invited to TED, right? I'm at the TED event. And then that night I go to the Black Digital
Black
Global
Girl Digital.
Black Girl Digital Awards.
Hmm.
So I'm there, I'm in a dress, no AU, and then I people like know who I am. Like I didn't even want to walk the carpet, Kalia.
Oh no.
I'm by myself, but so crazy. The person that was running the carpet was Candace from Pretty Grind.
Okay.
So it's the fact that I've been moving in these different rooms and I know
Hmm.
people, but I was still like having that out of body experience. And I was really trying to forcefully say, April, you need to sit in this moment.
Yes.
You just finished your TED conversation. You're sitting at this table right now. People know you in the room.
Hmm.
Like, but it was a constant struggle, right?
Of should I be here?
Of should I be here? Or what quantifies me to be here? Because if I'm going to qualify it on what's happening with AU, I feel like maybe I shouldn't be here, right?
But why though? Think about so I think about all of the businesses who have come out saying that they're struggling, right? Okay. So Tabitha Brown, Curl Mix, I sent you that.
Speaking of, I'm going to talk about her because I haven't told you yet. I ran into her at a nightclub while I was
Really? Okay.
at, but go ahead.
And then Melissa Butler, like all of these people who have been telling us that they're struggling. Pinky Cole, like all these people who are telling us that they're struggling, right? And I would like to believe that even though they're being transparent, I don't think that they're telling us as bad as it is, right? Because there is still some part of us that's like, I want to hold my failures close to my heart because people are going to judge us. Because as Black women, we're always supposed to be these superheroes, right? Which is crazy. So part of us, I'll tell you a little bit, but I don't want to tell you all of it because how dare you look at me like I'm human, right? Um, and these are like your peers.
Mm-hmm.
And they take a seat at every table that's offered to them. Why would you question if you belong there? And then I will also say, even more so, like how we talk about how like Mona is who people think Oprah is. I would say you are who people think these other people are because I remember it's something you used to say. You still say, but if you help enough people, what is it? If you help
Help them
enough people,
get to where they want to be, you'll get to where you need to be.
yes.
And so I
Think about
told
all of the women you've helped.
So I'll be like, God, I inspire and motivate so many people. I mean, people come to us and be like, I launched my BET show. I launched my brick and mortar bakery. I opened up 2 locations. I wrote this book. I'm doing all of this, April, because of what you put out there, what you're doing. And you're just like, when I tell, it's not like a few. We talk about hundreds of people have directly been impacted by what
But
I am putting out there. Hundreds of people. But yet and still, I'm like, okay, God.
what about me? Where Christopher at? Tell him to get you some tissue.
And so when people ask me in interviews, like, what keeps me going? That is what keeps me going. Knowing that I'm inspiring, knowing that I am motivating others. So I see the bigger picture. I do. So, okay, so let me progress on my Atlanta trip. Um, so then I go out with my managers, and I haven't been able to really like connect with both of them together in a room. Was that our first time? I think so. We went out to
Ooh,
and my managers produce like big shows, like big stuff, right?
yeah.
So I'm like, I need a job. When y'all gonna put me on? Like, what y'all work? I need to put me on somebody's show. Do something.
Hmm.
And I haven't shared this with you, but they were like, we might have something. I'm gonna talk offline about
Okay.
it, right? So, but I'm like, I'm so happy, right? Like a glimmer of hope. But I'm like, but that's next year.
What about now?
So the woman I was just talking about with her BT show, she just joined.
Oh yes.
But her holiday show, and put the name of your holiday show. So I'm pretty sure with BT they always replay the holiday movie. So
And it was so good too. I remember. It
drop
was
your
like styling you for Christmas or something like that. I
yeah,
remember that.
drop your holiday movie again. So, anyways, I'm like, okay, that's happening, but that's not gonna happen until next year. Because they're like, oh, that's a done deal. We got you. And then the talk show comes out in January. And
Hmm. The
I'm
talk show. She has a talk show coming out, y'all.
So I'm like, all these things are happening. But anyways, it made me feel good to sit with them, to have a night out where, and it's so crazy to me sometimes. I really have an out of body experiences. Kimberly is one, and she's on this call. I mean, she's on the chat. People look at me and they look at the brand itself, and they're just like, they don't have no worries about it.
Yes. Yes.
That's the
When you're
part that
worried all the
always
time.
that that always gets me because I'm constantly concerned.
Yep.
But the one
But
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Maybe your constant concern is why you're concerned. Because we know we talk about the universe does not understand nuance. So the universe is like, oh, you just want to sit here in this instead of being thankful for what you know is coming.
Yeah, but I want to make sure I'm able to sustain to see it.
That's fair. That's fair. But at this point, I need you to have some supernatural delusion to bring you out. And then also it's winter, and then like the time is weird, and then it get night quick, and people just sit in their house sad, and you know what I'm saying? And we just like, oh, I'm just gonna let it. It's this moon cycle, and no, no, no. I want you to be like super delulu, and just be like, I am so excited about the millions of dollars that's coming my way. I can see it. Like you gotta see it and be thankful for the vision that, like how you was just saying, go ahead and put your applications in for the Manifest Magic Retreat. So at least you got it in the works. So now you already have things in works on paper. I just need it to be in your mind. I know we talked about this before. Just write down everything that we so thankful for that we could see before it even happened. Like I want when this started happening, I want you to be like, I was clairvoyant. I knew this was happening. Like I could see the future. That's how I want you to be. But also do the work. Cause like you've been doing.
So we have a few comments. I'm just gonna read them and I'm gonna keep going. Keep going
Okay.
with this. You're doing better than the average bear. Yogi the bear reference. You would say. Thank you. And then no one no, you can and will sustain to pivot because you have done especially well and you will continue to. This is the harvest time. Your growth is coming. Keep planting seeds. Yeah, I hear it. And again, I speak it because one, I'm always going to be open and transparent
Yeah.
because I feel like that's how I'm going to help somebody else. Even at the Manifest Magic Retreat, when we were doing the sound baths and some of the women were experiencing some marital stuff, right?
Yeah.
It was the fact that once it was shared one time,
Yep.
the others were like, I'm right there.
Yep.
I'm here. Like, and then they felt that they were in a safe place to
Yeah.
to work through whatever they're working through because they felt like they were not alone.
And I think that's the problem. I think we hold in. Me too. We hold in our problems. I literally just did a video about this, about how we always feel like nobody's gonna come to save us. But how can I save you if I don't know you drowning? I don't see you. I don't hear you. You ain't making no noises. Like you just gonna go down without a fight for this thing that you say you want to give, or that you gave up everything for. Again, I'm talking to me. Like, um, you just gonna never tell nobody that, like, you're not making goal. Like, how can somebody help you? Like you said, people look at you and be like, oh, Africa Unicorn is good. I see you in Target. Even though they ain't seen you in Target lately. They don't realize that. They just know you've been in Target, you've been in Walmart, you in CVS. Oh, you must be getting all these checks. Like, you don't need no help. You don't need no advice. You don't need no prayers because you already there. People think like that, and it's because we show our highlight reel on social media that people don't see you waking up at 2 when you normally wake up at 5 because you worried. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, oh my god, and the first is around the corner, and or you have this. I'm trying not to say but people don't see
Things,
it.
things are. So what I've been doing, because that's been happening. So what I've done, because I'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Also, we did flip back an hour, so that has something to do with it. But then also, chosen people wake up between 3 and 5, and we're supposed to be praying during that dark hour. Um, but what I'll do now is I'll lay there and I'll just go through. Okay, or before I go to sleep, or when I
Mm,
wake up. If there's any of my anxiety in my brain, I start reflecting and going, what happened today or what happened yesterday that you are grateful for? Let's start from the top. And I literally run the entire day from the day I got out of bed. If I was able to yesterday I made breakfast for me and Christopher. We have French toast and bacon. I was like, the fact that we was able to have French toast and bacon. And then I was able to, cook him dinner before I went to my events. I was able to have a meal for him. Then
yeah.
left, and I met Kimberly at her event, and I got to meet more women, and we talked about the foundation, and she talked about how she wants to help me with the foundation. Oh, I'm so grateful for that. And then when I left there, I went to Inspire One. It was 60 women in the room, and I got to talk to them, and I just started to replay the whole day in my head to constantly put myself in a state of gratitude.
Yep.
So I know that when I have moments like this, I just got to work overtime. I got to work overtime on focusing on what I can and am grateful for.
Yes. And what is I always have like these references, but I don't never know how they go. But how it's like where it's like the things that are out of our control, like Lord grant me to.
So the serenity prayer. If somebody
Yes.
write the serenity prayer for Kalia, because she gonna mess
Please somebody write the
gonna mess
serenity there.
all the way up.
I swear I be having the idea in my head, the summary. I can summarize it, but I don't be know what they be saying for real. So somebody write it for me.
So I think it's Lord grant me. Y'all put it in there. Y'all know the serenity prayer, but Lord grant me. Somebody's gonna drop it. It's
Come
coming.
on, Jessica, drop it for me.
Jessica, Kim, one of y'all got it. So drop us the serenity prayer. Y'all got it. Drop us the serenity prayer. We know what it means, though. We got the
Yes. Yes. And I think we have to focus on that. Like, I can get in my head so much, I will give myself a literal panic attack. Like, I will be in bed and I do the opposite. I'd be like, okay, so these are all the things I should have done today that I didn't do. So now I got to do them tomorrow. And these are the things that I need to do to move the needle. And I'm just, and I literally would have to I would be in my head so much, I literally would just yell out, stop, like to myself, like, stop, like, and I have to interrupt those thoughts. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Oh, I went too fast. Where'd it go? Oh,
oh
you pinned it. You pinned it.
oh
Oh, okay, okay.
my bad. So should I unpin it.
No. Never mind. Because I can't touch.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Yes. Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We was on the struggle bus.
I knew what it was saying, but I do think we have to remember, because this also goes back to when I used to be like, is this happening to me or because of me? Is this something that was in my control and now it's spiraling because of something that I did? Now let me retrace my steps and fix it. Or is this happening to me and I can't control it?
Yeah. And just going back, I wanted to talk real quick. You were talking about how we play in our minds decisions that we made. I've given a lot of people a lot of money, and I was one of the one of the things, like, I sponsored someone's tour last year. I gave them $30,000. And I just be thinking, like, if I had 30,000 now, what, like, so all those things, I can't get caught up.
Hmm.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
Yep. But
And
also think about, yes, if you had that $30,000, but also the good that you put out into the world. You just have to. I put. I know. I put too much good out into the world for none of it to come back to me. I know that. I say that to myself all the time. I put way too much good out into this world. Like, I am not a jealous spirit. I am not a hater. I am not a gossiper. I mean, I do a little bit.
she
I
do a
do a
little
little bit.
social stuff, but for real, the words that she's saying is true.
Yeah, like, I am not that person so that I am blocking my blessings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that person. So I know that if it's not happening now, it's gonna happen soon.
And I
And I
was
know.
a lot. Like, what hasn't happened now does not mean it cannot happen or will not happen.
Yep.
So as I progress on this Atlanta trip, right? So I have a good time with the managers. They give me some great news I'm excited about. And then the last night. So this lady named Barku, I ran into her in Africa.
Just running into people in Africa is crazy. Okay.
So I ran into her in Africa in Cape Town. But we realized that wasn't our first time meeting each other.
Mm.
It was like, oh, Afro Unicorn sounds familiar. It's like, oh, I was at the Builder Bear event with Yandy.
Oh.
So we took a picture. I was like, oh, she told me she has triplets. So I was like, I'm gonna send your triplets a package when I get back home. Let me get all your contact information. We take a picture because I'm really into taking pictures now. So I can text them so that I know exactly who's who, right?
Yes. Yes.
So when I get home, one of the things putting out there that I need is a literary agent and a speaking agent. I need a speaking agent, speaking agent, speaking agent. So my managers know this is two things that I need. One of them, Stephanie, wants to connect me with somebody, and she says the name Barku, and I'm like, that name sounds familiar.
Mm.
Went through my phone. I'm like, oh, this is the same woman, right? That I met in South Africa.
Yep.
So I told her, like, oh, I met her. I'm sending out the girls a package and whoop de whoop. So we end up connecting. We have a few phone calls, and we're gonna figure out how we're gonna work together. Which again is like everything. I know everything is coming. I know everything is coming, but what's happening now?
But right now,
Like,
yes.
what's happening? Pop lock it. What is happening?
Yes. Yes.
What's happening? Um, so we ended up, which, let me just tell y'all how crazy this is. I was flying out to Atlanta to do TED, which was last Sunday. I got invited to three more events in Atlanta around the same time. No one knows I'm coming to Atlanta. It's not like they were like, oh, April's gonna be in Atlanta, so let me invite her here. They just
Mm-hmm.
sent me these invitations
Mm-hmm.
that were in Atlanta. Like, I'm just going, how y'all know? It was just all aligned, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Barku was having this. She hit me up. She was like, April, I'm having this honors table on November the 11th. I was leaving on like the 9th or the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like leaving my son for more than I need to leave him for.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, I told her how I felt. She was like, I understand I have triplets, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be special. It's going to be special. So when I got Christopher a couple of days later, I had a conversation with him. I said, are you okay with me not having you this extra day and staying in Atlanta? Because they said it's a very special event. Now, I have no details. When I say zero
Mm-hmm.
details of this event, zero. It was
Yeah.
so 2 days before that they told us the dress code. And they were like, it's going to be dark. The palette was dark browns, tans, and gold. I had already packed the dress that y'all saw, which was the leopard dress,
Yeah.
and that was the dress that I was going to wear, and it
And
just
you didn't even know.
happened to be the dress code, right? So y'all, if y'all haven't seen my video, I mean, it was they said it's the Power Walk Her Global Honors Table. It it was nothing but big, big power in that room. I'm still there. It's very difficult for me to even talk about the experience that I
Mhm.
had. But I'm in the room with Bernice King, who was the daughter of Coretta Scott and Martin Luther King Jr. I'm sitting right next to the new chair of the Black Lives Matter movement, Cicely. Next to
Wow.
her, Mona Scott Young. We have Yanzi there. I have Tamika Foster is in there, and a whole bunch of women that you may not know their names, but trust me when I tell you that
You know they work.
they moving big, 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 big things. And this conversation was supposed to end about 10 o'clock. Baby, we didn't leave after midnight
Wow.
because it was so much pouring out. Like I still don't even know how to quantify it into words, but what it did for me at that moment, in my final hour, literally left at 12, didn't get back until 30 minutes after that, couldn't even go to sleep till 2, had to wake up at 4 to catch my flight. It basically confirmed that you are supposed to be here. This seat was curated for you because the message that all of them kept saying was keep going, just keep going, just keep showing up, just keep going. And then
Hmm.
God, like, he don't play about me. He really loves to like let me know it's really him moving. My flight back, I had picked like the flight looked like it was gonna be half empty. So I picked a row where there was gonna be nobody on the row in the back of the plane. When I get to the gate, literally like boarding the plane, scan my boarding pass, she pops out a new ticket. I've been upgraded, right?
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, I'm excited about my little upgrade, whoopty whoop. And I'm like, well, where side is A on? And it was a window seat. I don't like sitting in the windows because I feel
What?
I'm confined and I'm like, I gotta use the restroom and I'm gonna have a panic attack. So I did not want to sit at that window. I sat down and literally in my mind, I'm having this conversation with God and I just said, I'm going to surrender. I'm going to surrender and I'm going to trust you that I'm not gonna have to use the restroom or something. Because you got
That's a crazy prayer.
you got me on the window seat and I'm just gonna, I'm not going to complain. I wanted to complain. I said, I'm not going to complain. So boarding comes, the two seats next to me, nobody is sitting in, right? But there's so many people on the back of the plane. And even one gentleman gets up and he's like, there's empty seats in Comfort Plus. Like, I'm a gold medallion. I should get the upgrade. She's like, you gotta go talk to the gate people. Like, I'm here to pass out your earplugs and these sun chips. Leave me alone. So he gets up, he goes off the plane, and he walks back and he's just shaking his head. He's like they would not give him that upgrade. Which is crazy because typically, especially on Delta, they will move people up.
Yeah.
God didn't let nobody sit next to me. He said, baby, you only had an hour and a half sleep. I need you to have this window because one, you're going to open it up, and when this plane take off, you're going to see this beautiful sunrise. You're going to see how this plane is carried through the air and how I got this plane. The song in my head started saying, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got me and you, brother, in
Yeah.
his hands. As I was taking off, he said, you're about to rest your head on this window and you're going to lay out and you're going to rest. So,
But you don't be thinking you belong in places,
don't,
even though the universe literally moves so you can be comfortable where you are.
and that was the message that I received. That I am still a God that's able to move
Mhm.
mountains, move people for you. And you just have to trust the process. Because everything I've done thus far has never made sense to anyone. Even getting into retail, it wasn't logical. It did not make sense. And the fact that this woman saw us, reached out to me to bring me in, crossing, not checking off any other steps that you have to take to get there. She just made a way. And I remember me telling y'all when I felt like she was about to leave, I
Mm-hmm.
was quitting before she even announced that she was quitting. And
Yes.
I knew it was like her bringing in Afro Unicorn was like her last gift, like her gift to the world.
Yep.
Because she looked at her category, her department, and said it lacks diversity.
Yep.
And the only thing that's in here are big propaganda brands where they're pushing it because the studios want to push it. And she saw Afro Unicorn and she said that it was organic.
Yep.
That is why she wanted it there.
And then as soon as she left, never mind.
So, no, no, she left like 3 months afterwards, 3 or 4 months afterwards.
I
She,
thought she was there that whole time.
no, 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 mm-mm,
Oh.
nope, nope. She left if like right after it got set. She was gone 3 months after.
Oh wow.
She literally, and I just felt like she went out to do her own thing, became an entrepreneur.
Good for her.
She became an entrepreneur. So, yeah, she left in 2020, 2022 in the very beginning. But she was the reason she brought it in. And so everything, I know that God moves mountains for me.
Absolutely. Say it again.
God moves mountains for me.
Okay.
All right. I think that's it. Again, Manifest Magic Retreat. This is what we do at the Manifest Magic Retreat, by the way.
Literally, we sit through and work through and what is the block? And it's not another one of those sit and get conferences and we like, oh, I did it, so you can do it. And it's not that. It's like, bro, this shit was hard. Oh, I can cuss because I'm not an Afro unicorn. This shit was hard and this is what I did. Do it what you may, but you can get through it. Like you really just have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like you have to be able to see it to get there. Like I'm telling y'all, it's every time I go, and I'm part of it. Every time I go, I come back with a new, refreshed, like, oh yeah, this is gonna be it. And I've been right. This is gonna be it. Whatever I focused on afterwards has absolutely come back to me.
Yep. So again, Manifest Magic Retreat, hit us up in our DMs. The application is also in my bio. If you have questions, if it's pulling at your heartstrings, just know God will make a way.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a
All
good one.
right.
Okay. Bye.